The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Over here, over here.
Dalton now to pass. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Now, Barney, Barney. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Over.
Here's Henderson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Check.
Detroit. Detroit. Over.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Detroit! Leopard! Watch him now, Barney! Detroit!
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the 1st quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
368!
Throwing, Dalton. Right side complete, that's Woods. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Hey, get ready for something coming left. Lead!
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Dalton, 1st and 10. That is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. In for the score. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On first down, LeBlanc escaping the pressure right. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Finds a seam inside the 40. And now running right through it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On third down, LeBlanc. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Right back to him on first down. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
He'll get it up the middle. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Gould able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. Able to avoid him at the 40. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. From midfield here, Dalton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Dalton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. First and 10 for Dalton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are in for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, LeBlanc. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the move to his left. Over the middle, complete. That's Duncan. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looking to throw on second down. LeBlanc is going to find his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And the Rams getting set to go now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The first carry for the Utah man now. It's Joe Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
.44, get ready for 57 over there.
The final act of the first half, Dalton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Slater on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Throwing on first down. LeBlanc, he's going to look deep down the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again they run with Gurley. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Dalton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Maxwell. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
We're good.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
We're good.
2nd down, Dalton. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here you go, 368.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Looking for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And they'll get him down right about the 20. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. From the left hash, this from 37. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Slater on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Alluding to practice. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Slater on the return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
To throw on 2nd down. LeBlanc. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. 39. Single. That's single slot.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. LeBlanc. And his throw here's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead going to an opposite color jersey.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Detroit!
To throw on 3rd down. LeBlanc. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up 4th. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he's able to get it out of there. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, LeBlanc finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney!
To throw on 2nd down. LeBlanc trying to lay one up deep. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Gold now out to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. A little juke. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Dumps it off to Gurley. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And Dalton to throw. Looking deep downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Back to throw. LeBlanc. Going up top. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. LeBlanc. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Aaron Donald in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw. LeBlanc. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And we are all tied here in the final stages. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
This one taken from the 7th. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Now it's Gurley. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So now Dalton. He's got his man on the crossing route. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Over! Gun!
And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. First down now, but that clock rolling.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun! Detroit!
Operating from the gun, LeBlanc. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The Eagles on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Watch it now, Barney!
Looking to throw. LeBlanc. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Rams, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now on the year. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.